But Dan is going to present the award for Young Lawyer of the Year, the Max Goodwin Young Lawyer of the Year Award, forgive me, to Kyle Christie. So, Dan, take it away.
Well, Fred, it may not be January 20th yet, but tomorrow, before I hand that gavel over, maybe, you might see what a real insurrection looks like. I have not committed to a peaceful transition.
Off into the pasture.
That's because you didn't have rebels like I do. Oh, boy. All right, well, welcome back to the program. I am just here for a few minutes to announce the Max Goodwin Award. And the award basically is for distinguished service to the citizens of Indiana and the United States as an outstanding young lawyer dedicated to protecting the rights of the injured under the laws of the state of Indiana and the United States of America. Our recipient this year was nominated by a host of people: Katie Marshall, Brandon Tate, Lance Ladendorf, and, related, yes, and Lance Warland. It goes to Kyle Christie, who graduated from the McKinney School of Law in 2013. And I think I will let Kyle come up, receive the award, and share his thoughts. I don't want to take any more time away from him. Come on up, Kyle. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I think, Sarah, are you still in the room? We'll get some pictures afterwards, okay? All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. This is a great honor, everybody. I really appreciate you being here, and am so appreciative of this award as well, especially because I know how many great young lawyers are involved with this organization. For the first few years for a new attorney, it can be pretty daunting. The ITLA provides every resource, though, for those new attorneys to excel. From the listservs, the seminars, and the events that they put on, every tool is given to the new young attorneys, such as myself, to continue fighting the good fight and to improve this state for its judiciary and for its citizens. So I do definitely want to thank the ITLA and its board of directors and its staff for putting everyone in a position to succeed and improving the quality of life for its citizens and certainly our clients. So thank you. I also want to thank Kevin Farrell, Lee Christie, Kathy Lee, and Tina Bell, because without those people, I wouldn't be standing here today. I actually wouldn't be standing anywhere if it weren't for Lee, so I'm going to start with him. He's not necessarily an easy person to thank because everything I wanted to say has already been engraved on one of his Lifetime Achievement Awards. But I've been working with him now for 10 years, and so I'll do my best. I knew when I started working with Lee that he was respected and that he was a good attorney. I just didn't realize how respected and how good of an attorney he was. These last 10 years have been illuminating in terms of seeing how a person should behave, how they should act when people are looking and when people are not looking. He doesn't stop his hard work when he's not around his clients. The amount of organizations that he's involved in, the amount of time that he dedicates to so many organizations, including obviously the ITLA he's played a big role in, but also the Walker Foundation, where he's a founding member and serves as a mentor. These type of organizations that Lee decides to give all his time to are worthy, and they're absolutely what the ITLA tries to further. So I'm certainly appreciative of the position I've been in and I've been given because of Lee, and I'm so appreciative of how he leads by example by dedicating all his time to these organizations. And I do sympathize with Liz for being married to him and not necessarily getting him as much as he should. But he's done great things, and he's just such a great mentor to learn from. So thank you, Lee. So leaving Buddy Yoch's office, Lee, Kathy, Kevin Farrell, and Lance Klein probably didn't know what to expect, and they didn't know what type of impact they'd ultimately have on this community. But I can tell you I grew up around the firm, and I saw very quickly how they were going to behave and what type of firm they were going to be. And they were going to be a family firm. All of the summer parties that we had, which include trips to MLB games, where we'd all take one big bus and then drive down to see the Reds with 50, 60 people on the bus, to the summer pool party at Lee and Liz's house. Those are some of my best memories growing up. And they spared no expenses. Usually getting off the bus, they would just hand everyone $50. I thought that was a bribe at the time, but now I realize he just wanted everyone to be happy, and the partners wanted everyone to be happy, and they didn't really care about the money. They were doing it for the right reason. And as I've joined the firm and begun practicing with the firm, I realized what that is, and it just means so much to me. I think the person that represents the family atmosphere the most is Kathy Lee. She is such a genuine, caring person, it's hard to put into words. The best way to describe it is seeing Kathy Lee at the Breakfast with Santa event put on by YMCA. She's involved with it every year, but she's not just involved with it. She takes the lead for our firm. She gets everyone involved. She also dresses head to toe as one of Santa's helpers, and I'm not exaggerating when I say she spreads more joy than everyone there combined, with the exception of her family, because her family is with her every step of the way. Her children are there. Her husband, Jeff Lee, is there. It's truly infectious to see how happy she is, spreading joy to those children. She's about to cry. I'm maybe going to cry as well. So it's just amazing to see. She does so much around the office, especially around Christmas time. If anyone's ever seen our office, you know that that's a credit to Kathy and her husband, Jeff. They spread the joy and the cheer more than anyone I know, and it truly results in our firm feeling like a family. And I credit you for that, Kathy. I am so appreciative of being around you every day. I really am. Another person that I want to thank, I don't think he's here today, but is Kevin Farrell. Kevin Farrell taught me that your clients can be like family as well. I noticed after a few years of working with Kevin that he's fostered and built closer relationships with hundreds of his clients than I have with any of my siblings that showed up today. And these clients keep calling back year after year, time after time, because they want Kevin. Kevin recently retired, and so I've taken over part of his role and some of his cases. And since I've done that, I realized there's no way Kevin was making money on any of these cases. Half of them were property damage only. The other half were UIM claims against First Chicago. But Kevin answered their calls. He took their cases because he wanted to help those people. They were valid cases. They just weren't worth a whole bunch. But he did the right thing. And Kevin taught me that you don't necessarily make money to keep the lights on. You make money to help people. And he did that, and the amount of time that he spent with clients that I think a lot of attorneys wouldn't. It just reminded me of the type of attorney I want to be, that I hope I am, and that I can continue to be. So Kevin's not here, but I do want to say thank you to him. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Tina. She was absolutely instrumental in me being here today. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. Excuse me. I will say this about Tina. She's the hardest worker I know, and she knows more about medicine than probably anyone I've ever met, medical malpractice included. I remember about 2 years ago, she was teaching me about the 6 P's of acute arterial occlusion. I got it right. And I remember thinking, why would I pay my doctor to see that person every 6 months when Tina knows more than him and she's at the office literally 24/7? So Tina doesn't know this, but for the last 2 years, I haven't gone to the doctor, and I just generally slip general things about my health and see how she responds. It seems like I'm doing well, right? Okay. Also, I have this little rash that if we could go over at the cocktail party, would very much appreciate it. But seriously, I absolutely love and adore Tina. She's such a valuable member of the firm. She makes us stronger in every way, and I just can't wait to see what we're going to do in the future. So thank you, truly, Tina. I appreciate it. There are a few other people that I want to thank, and they're all sitting right here. My sister, Stacy, I definitely want to shout out. When I had a trial, my first trial a couple years ago, Stacy was the person that was there with me the entire time. She was there to take notes and to help me out and to calm me down, and she did such an amazing job of doing that. I almost brought my assistant Marcy, but I realized that Marcy would probably realize if I made a mistake, and Stacy would have no idea. So it ended up being a good call, and it truly, I think, led to a great result for our client that if it weren't for you, I would not have been able to achieve. So thank you, Stacy. She's also a full-time employee now, and I think after I had a pretty good result, they decided that Stacy did something right. She kept me from losing to Bill Kelly, so we hired her full-time. I also want to thank Ryan for being here. That's my older brother. Ryan actually hasn't done anything to advance my professional career, but he is an attorney, and I certainly want to thank him for being here. I also found out about 10 minutes ago that Ryan just received a promotion at his job and a raise, so we should probably all give it up for him. There's also a few other people I want to thank, and one is Catherine Frankie. Kate did such an amazing job on my trial. I had Stacy there taking notes, but I had Kate working with me and helping me pick the jury. And honestly, I ended up having a great jury in that trial, so I know for a fact I would not have done for my client what I was able to do if it weren't for you. Kate's amazing, and I'm sorry we lost her, but she's thriving where she's at right now. And you've meant a lot to me, and I think have meant a lot to my development, so I really appreciate that, Kate. Katie Marshall, I also want to thank. Katie joined our firm somewhat recently at the beginning of the year, and she has hit the ground running. I do not exaggerate when I say that. She's an absolute rock star. She does great work, and she does work that doesn't necessarily involve the law. She does it because it helps other people and helps keep things running smoothly. So I'm just so excited to have her at the firm. I know I've said that about everyone, but I truly am excited to have everyone in the firm that's there. They all do an amazing job, and they're all, a big part of the reason that I'm standing here is because of those people. Finally, I want to say thank you to my mom. You always, your entire life, put your children's happiness above everything else. That's the only thing that mattered to you. And I can't tell you how eternally grateful I and the rest of your children are. It means the world to have a mother like you. I can never pay you back, but I'm hoping the fact that you can now say you're the mother of an award winner will be kind of close. And yeah, just in conclusion, once again, I'm so grateful for what the ITLA has done and continues to do for the state of Indiana. Without this organization, I think that the state would be in a much worse situation. Excuse me. And I just love that the speakers and the list of speakers that we've put together for this seminar have been so great, just like they're great every year. The best way that we can prepare our clients is prepare for trial for our clients is by learning from other attorneys who have done it before, more experienced attorneys who have learned by trial and error. That's the type of thing that we're able to do here. That's the type of thing that we learn here. And I'm just excited to continue to learn from these great attorneys and then hopefully someday be able to impart some of my knowledge on others, but not crossing my fingers on that. So I certainly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, and that's all I have.